Y'all, I have a serious problem. I have a very serious problem. I'm hooked to this game. Demon Bluff. It's so much fun. Howdy, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing peachy. Hope you're doing keen, even. I'm doing pretty good. I will say, I'm not gonna have the camera on today because, I kind of ouchied myself, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Let me make sure this is actually working. Okay, cool. It's working. Great. Wait, now how do I get it to go off? There we go. Okay. But yeah. So I last night I was going to bed at a good time too, really good time. But Soup was sleeping on my couch. I was like, okay, you know what? Let's just take it easy. Let's just be nice. Let's just let him take that seat. I'll sleep on my big ass freaking shuckle beanbag chair, which I would show you, but the camera is not on at the moment. I slept there for maybe 3 hours before I woke up with some of the largest head pain I've ever had in my life. And I go to like touch the spot where my head pain was, and my whole finger was like just covered in blood. So I'm like, what the hell happened? I jump up, freaking out, and I look, and like under my eyebrow, like, in my eyebrow, the very bottom of my eyebrow is just like a big old gash. Not like a big like open wound gash, but like a cut that's been bleeding for a good second. So I have to fix that. And I'm like, why the hell does my face hurt so bad? Why does my head hurt so bad? Apparently, at some point during my sleep, probably right around when I woke up, I jolted and I threw my head into my coffee table, which is right next to Shuckle. So I must have sunk down enough to where my head was like right under that. And I like jolted my head up and I rammed the corner of the freaking coffee table into my head. Luckily, it was just a cut. So like it definitely it stings still, but like it's not super bad. It just kind of it still does sting, and I feel stupid, and I feel like I look stupid. So camera is off today. But we're gonna be trying out some more Demon Bluff. I've been playing this game like crazy. I love this game to death. It's probably like it and Pokemon Champions right now are like my two things that I love. But yeah, it's just great. So I'm looking forward to playing some more. I still have the camera border on, my bed. But yeah, we're gonna play some more of this. And I've been playing quite a bit. As you guys saw my deck building mode, if you watched the Steam freebie, I was trying to do 10 in a row endless, and we're probably gonna keep doing that today because if I do that, I can get this other picture. Because I obviously want another picture. And the rest of these are like Halloween events that literally were from last year before the game was even out. So maybe the game was out around when Halloween was hitting and I just didn't notice it. But we're gonna jump into endless. Just to try to get 10 in a row. And I feel like I'm much better at this game when I'm streaming or recording it because I'm inclined to talk, which is just kind of nice. It helps with this type of game. So there is a witch. I have to be careful. There's also a chancellor, so one of these two could be evil, assuming this is a real bombardier. I'm 3 away from closest evil. There's also a Lilith, though, so you have to be careful. Counterclockwise. That's clockwise. So they're saying counterclockwise. So if these both are to be believed, this guy is evil. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, they're a knight. They're a knight. They didn't get killed. They did not get stabbed. That means that they are a knight. So that means that you are either talking about this guy, and if you are, it's what, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's impossible. This person is a liar. This person's lying to me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love that. And now we know that's a knight, so I don't even have to flip that, so I don't have to trigger Lilith again just yet. Which also means that this person lied to me. So you're the Chancellor. Incredible. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But now we have literally no more information. So I'm going to flip something. I'm going to flip this guy. Yep, I figured. So I was kind of expecting this. There are 2 of them next to each other. One of them could be evil. I don't think one of them is going to be evil, though. And all we need to do now is just flip these 3. Because we know what number 9 is. Number 9 is a knight. Evils are not adjacent to each other. That's so far very correct. Between 5, 8, and 9, there is an outcast, a villager, and a minion. This is 5, that's 8, that's 9. This guy's lying. Get out of here, because we already confirmed that 9 is a villager. So if you're to be proven true, then both of these have to be out. I mean, I guess it didn't have to be. I guess it didn't have to be false, but maybe it did. Again, my immediate instincts are either 100% right, but I don't understand why they're right, or they're 100% wrong, but I'm confident that they're correct. So it's like, yeah, I can never really get the proper thing going. Here we go. 8 was affected by evil. I'll be the judge of that. Could he have been corrupted? I don't think so. Yeah, you know, he's a safe fella. So, I don't think he could have been he could have been shamaned. He could have been shamaned. So that means there's probably 2 knights. I like that. I like 2 knights. 5 is evil. 5 is another knight. I mean, I can test this theory. He was corrupted. Who corrupted him? Is a plague doctor in the town? Ow, ow, soup, ow, ow. There's a plague doctor in town. That son of a gun. Where is he? There he is, that little freak. 4 is evil. Well, there is a plague doctor because he was corrupted, so it's true this has to be evil. And this son of a gun lied, but there's only one person who could corrupt, so it's also you. There we go. So they tried to knock me out with the running, but they weren't gonna do it. You have another knight potentially. I love stab. Oh shit, they were corrupted. Oh, Puka's here. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so that means Puka's either here or here. 2 is lying. Evils are not adjacent to each other. There is actually only one evil, so that has to be true. Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh no, because there is a wretch, so I could have lied. Could have lost there. But again, we're just getting lucky. We're getting lucky in these first few runs, and I'm liking it. Another Puka. We gotta be careful. Okay. Puka. Well, there's a doppelganger. Doesn't have to be a bishop. You can flip everything. There's a knight, but there's a Puka. I had to be careful. They cured 2 corruptions. If they're telling the truth, I won't be able to stab this knight. Alright. It's sick. I love the knight. It's just so easy to use to my advantage. Like, just stab it. And it gives you a lot of information just from stabbing the knight in the face. Puppeteer, which also means there's a puppet, so we have to deal with 3 evil people. They're 2 cards away from closest evil, so they're basically saying that they're not the puppet. Because if they were the puppet, then the puppeteer would be somewhere over here. So let's flip these guys. Poet, there's 2 pairs of evil. This does not mean what I always think it means. This means that... So if they're in a line of 3, it's 1 pair and 2 pair. Because I lost one round because I thought... When it said there were 3 pairs of evil, I thought that was impossible. But apparently it counted as 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 pair. Which is fair, I guess, but also kind of messed up. Number 5. 2, 6, or 7 are evil. 6 is saying they cured nothing. I mean, that's probably true. I don't see a plague doctor just yet. There are 2 pairs of evil. They're both confirming this information with each other. Another bombardier and a judge. So, 4 or 7. He's confirming that 7 is thinking, are you telling the truth? 5 is lying. So if 5 was lying, all of them are good, which means it's probably 4. If there being 2 pairs of evil, they have to be kind of going in a little line here. I think it is actually like these 3. But he's telling the truth, because there's no one who could corrupt. No one could possibly be corrupted, so it'd have to be these 2. Well, that means this person's telling the truth, which means this person's telling the truth, which it's not those 2. I feel like it could be this line of people, though. But that's assuming that 8 is telling the truth. If 8 is lying, that means he's evil, which also means that he is evil. And that the puppet would be here. Based off of this. And that would confirm 2, 6, and 7 line. That would confirm why there's no corruptions being cured. And there are still 2 pairs of evil, and they're both telling the truth. This is correct. It's not correct. Okay, well. Okay. So, that means now that he's telling the truth. Incredible. So that means now that 2, 6, and 7 are all good. Great. Solid stuff. But does this... Which also confirms that this person has to be telling the truth if they're both telling the truth, which means that you're evil. And the second is you. There we go. Okay. It was either this pair or this pair, and I wasn't sure which one to believe. But I believed the wrong one initially, but it all worked out. Okay, we have another puppet. We have a knight. Give me the 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 knight. 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 Stab it. Okay. Knight's good. Knight's a good guy. 1, 2, or 3 are evil. It's not 3. So unless you're talking about yourself, buddy. 2 is good. Oh, and the puppet. The puppet tells the truth, which means that the puppeteer is right there. The question, and now this confirms all these fellas. It's literally 50-50 against boss. So you know what? I don't even have to do anything. I can just stab and stab. Didn't even have to flip. Didn't have to worry about whatever the hell he was gonna try to spin me. They were gonna try to spin me a tail. I wasn't gonna listen to it. I'm not a goat. I don't need tails. That's, I guess, I'm not a coin, I should say. I like doing this. I like just attacking random things and then seeing what happens. He couldn't kill 4. That's fair. I believe you. 1, 6, or 7. So, Puka's 1 evil away. And then there is a Puka. Remember that. There is someone who could be jolting our stuff. Let's just flip everything. Okay. There can be 2 Slayers. This is saying that the Slayers are correct. If he couldn't kill 4, it's probably because he's fine. There can't be another Baker, can there? I don't think there can. Well, there's no initial Baker, so they are lying. But if it lies, I say that I was a random villager roll. So, the hell does that mean? The Bakers is very confusing. I've gotten games where I've had like 4 Bakers on the field, and they were all real Bakers. Like I don't understand how they work very well, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. Architect is saying right side is more evil. So if that were true, that means that all of them are on this side of the field. Considering that both of them could not do their job, that's essentially saying that Puka is... that would be inclined that both of them are cleared, assuming both of them aren't evil, which they are not, because then there would be 4 out of 5, which means he was lying. Unless he is lying, in which case it is them, which also means that the left side's more evil, and since we confirmed these 2, it's one of these 2. Puka's 1 card. Okay, we need to get some. Let's try to dabble here. 5 or 7 evil, false. Okay, so if you're to be believed, this is all to be believed, which means that all of this is to be nonsensical. If you are lying, that means you are evil, which means that, I mean, at least one of them is evil. This is interesting, but also you have to keep in mind 2 of these people are not saying the correct information. So let's, well, at least up to 2, because he could be next to the Bombardier. Calling it. Okay, shouldn't have called it, but this is good. Because now, and they're also not corrupted. People learn that they're not corrupted, so their information's correct. So 1, 6, or 7 are evil. Only one of them. So if it's only one of them, and if it was 7, that means that 1 couldn't kill 4 because he was clear, which means they're clear, but then they'd be lying, so it can't be 7, unless Puka's nearby, right? Well, if this is Puka, they get corrupted, so they said that's true. I think it could be 7. I think this is where we go down, though. We need to ration our thoughts. Ration them out. Because if that's true, if we're to believe... Okay, if we believe that Puka is here, and they are getting corrupted, these 2 are getting corrupted, that would mean that if 5 or 7 is evil, they say true. Does that confirm 5? Because then it wouldn't correct 5, so it'd have to be these 2. I think it has to be you. Yes, okay. That made sense. So you got corrupted, and so you couldn't kill Aegis because you were corrupted. However, you might not be corrupted. But now we know that 1, so that means that we know that 6 and 7 are good, which also means that 5 is good, which means that 5's telling the truth. And if you're good, it has to be, it could be, oh, Puka's 1 card away from close evil, so it's either this guy or this guy, and I truly think that it's this guy, and they just got corrupted. No, it's the other way around! Oh, it sucks. Oh, okay. It's fine. I don't think I had enough of the information to figure that out. Wow, you got a lot of stuff happening here. As a drunk, I hate the drunk so much. The drunk is the worst character in the game. They cure the corruption. Just give me everything. Give me everything. Overcomplicate things right away. So the doppelganger is here. So one of these jesters is correct, or the scouts. There's either 2 scouts or there's 2 jesters. Chancellor, because there's a doppelganger and a drunk, so the Chancellor could literally be anywhere. Minion is 1 card away from closest evil. There are 2 pairs of evil. That's just false information. Thanks. Which means that, assuming these people are correct, they are corrupted. Which means that I can't trust any of their information. So either they're both evil, and the Chancellor is here, the Minion is here, or these are the doppelganger and scout, which means that one of these jesters is evil. They're saying closest evil is counterclockwise. 1 was affected by evil. Okay, actually, we can test this. 10 is not corrupted. That means that they're evil, which is great. Okay, so now, if they said there are 2 pairs of evil, there are 2, which means there's not 2, which means this person is clear. So this person just got corrupted. This person's clear. 1 was affected by evil. No, they were not, but oh, actually, no, they were, because they were affected by the chant. Could have cured the plague. I'm dead. Stream died. Dead. Are we alive again? We're legally alive again. For the 3rd time. Will we die again, though? Who's to say? Who's to say? What time is it? It is 11 o'clock. Oh, a message. A Masagi. Getting a ride to work. Okay. So, while you were gone, I deduced that Doppelganger is dead, which means it has to be the Jester. There's 2 Jesters, which is great. So they're both going to give correct information. This person gave correct information about number 10, so number 10 is good. Number 7 is good. 10 is not corrupted because he's evil. So the only possibilities are number 8, number 6, 5 and 3 are confirming each other effectively. Which I'm inclined to believe, because they wouldn't, unless he's corrupted. We don't know. We don't know. So it's between 4. If we're to believe this person, it's probably this person, because then it would be equidistant. So this person's got a lot more of the suspicion drawn onto him from the Enlightened, assuming the Enlightened is telling the truth. Assuming, actually, no, here's what we can do. We still have all this information that these people have to be telling the truth. So let's do 10, 9, and 6. There's 3 evils. All right, so it's you. Fantastic. All right, we didn't have to worry about none of that, Jack. All right. We got the minions and Puka. So there's a lot, again, and a plague doctor. So we gotta be careful with literally all of our information. Closest evil is clockwise. Let's find out. Couldn't kill 6. Why? Because 7 is good. Why? Because Puka's 1 card away from evil. Why? Because there's the plague doctor. We got a knight. Nah, they could be corrupt. I'm not gonna stab just yet. Just kidding. Okay. So the knight's here, which means that Puka is not here or here. It could still be a demon, but Puka is not here or here. That's good. That's good news. Puka's 1 card from closest evil. 6 is, they're confirming each other, but this person's saying that someone here is evil. So but actually, one of these has to be false. But they're both pointing us into the same direction, despite there being an even number of cards. So they're both effectively saying that these 2 are evil, which would incline that this is the 3rd person who is evil. Which also inclines that you don't have to be evil. They're saying that these 2 are evil, but to say that's evil is to say this is evil. Now, they couldn't kill 6. Why? Because they're probably corrupt, but how they get corrupt from the plague doctor? Dreamer? Need some info. Slayer or twin minion? Doesn't mean you're not evil. Okay, probably should have figured that. You told the truth. You told the truth, which means you told the truth, which means you told the truth. So, there's a lot of good around here right now. Puka is one card away from close evil, so they're next to each other. The only place where they can be next to each other is here and here. Fuck. There's also that's another reason why they couldn't have killed 6. Didn't think that through. It's fun. We got a Puka and a drunk. God, I hate the drunk so much. Okay, it's fun. One evil's adjacent to you. Okay, they got corrupted by what? Oh, by Puka, which means that Puka's either here or here. Puka is 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 either here or here. Here or here. Here or 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 here. Yeah, okay. We're good. We're good. Alright, woo! Okay. 8 is a real druid, eh? So it means that you are false. It's either you're false or you're both evil. Either way, we find out something. There we go. Oh. But they lied. So, because they corrupted you, you saying 8's a real druid is not true. Okay. Look at all that information gaining. So I'm glad I didn't even touch any of you. Do we have the fortune teller? Is 1 or 8 evil true? Okay, I believe it. That's also an achievement, but I don't know if you do it. I don't know if you can get the achievement while they're dead. Probably have to be alive for that. If you are telling the truth, you're corrupted anyway, so you're not giving good information in the slightest. False. Incredible. Hey, we got it! Look at that! It looks so cool. Great. Okay, so now the only other one that I can unlock is getting a 10 streak. So we gotta work our keisters off here. Slayer, get number 7. Couldn't get number 7? Why? Right side's more evil. He's calling you out, bro. He's calling you out. Oh, I won't do it though. I won't do it. Number 1 is a real Slayer. You just got saved. Oh fuck. I forgot Lilith was here. 2 cards away from closest evil. Number 5, what are you? Ugh, that's risky. A risky play. Fortune teller. New fortune teller. So we can't flip this last card unless they count that as the last card. No, okay. They're saying an evil. They're both kind of confirming this. So let's do this and this. True. I think it could be you. However, if it is, it ends the game immediately. So I'm actually going to use you to find out. I already used you. Oh, then we're killing you anyway. Yes, okay. That's good. That's huge. That means you've told the truth, which means you've told the truth, which means you've told the truth. And you couldn't kill 7, which means that you told the truth. So the right side is more evil, which means that 2 of you guys is still evil. But you just told the truth. You didn't necessarily... Well, they didn't necessarily tell the truth, because this person could be evil, but this person's evil and it's all 3 of them, which could make sense. But then they would have told the truth, so... What does this mean? At this current state, everyone has been telling the truth. Right side's more evil. These... Okay. So it means these guys are telling the truth. Which just means it's... It's fuckers. Those unbelievable fuckers. They fucked me. The fuckers. Okay, we got Lilith again. We gotta be careful. Okay, we got Knitter. They're not adjacent. We have a Slayer. Kill number 3. Incredible. I love when that happens. Slayer and Knight are my favorite characters just because it's that easy. No characters were affected by evil. I'm inclined to believe it. They're not adjacent. If they're not adjacent, they're not there or there, which means they're there or there. Assuming all these people are correct. This person is not a liar. You know that for a fact. Someone can die. It's okay. Number 9. Rip to a real one. Number 9 was affected by evil. He was just murdered. 1, 3, or 6 are evil. That is correct. So it means that 1 is not lying, which means that this person has to be correct. Which means it's one of these 3. And it can't be you, so it's gotta be one of you too. It's probably you. It's not you, it's gotta be you. What? Is that even the information you gave? I wasn't reading it. I didn't even think to read it. Of course you were drunk, so it's not even like it matters. The drunk throws me off every single time it's here. Alright, 2 out of 8 are evil here. They're dizzy. Always stab the dizzy fella. No reason not to. Even though they could have been corrupted by Puka. You know, we rock hard here. Minion is 4 cards away from closest evil. You're lying, which means you're not. You're either Puka or you're being affected by Puka. But you lot. But you lot. But you lot. What? Minion is 4 cards away from closest evil. The closest evil is right there. Puka's there. Like, they're not wrong, but that's not closest evil. What? 6 was affected. That's fair, but what? Minion is. It should be Puka is 4 cards away from closest evil, unless they don't specify. Learn how far a specific evil is closest to another evil. Yeah, they lied to me. I'm slapping them with a bug report, y'all. Slapping them with a bug report. Hi. You're such a sweetie, little guy. Hi. Okay. Back to the game. I'm in draw mode. Whenever you type, it doesn't consider you're in a typing screen, so it puts you in draw mode every time you hit the draw mode button, which I didn't know there was a draw mode button. I guess spacebar. That's actually helpful. It's actually really helpful to know that's there. Okay, number 1. Bombarder. It could be what is there. Number 7. Hearing 2 corruptions. Impossible. Impossible. Only one person's being corrupted by the Plague Doctor. Closest evil is clockwise. That is confirm-eronied. Unless this person's also evil. We're good. We're good. We're trustworthy here. No evil's adjacent to me. Which means that this person saying there's only a pair of evil. Let's stab them. There we go. There we go. Which means that now the last person has to be there. Because if they were there, there'd be 2 pairs of evil. We're the best around. No one's gonna ever touch my town. I'm the best. Even though I feel like I've killed more towns than they have at this point. The wretch is here. 3, 4, or 6. One of them's evil. Well, oh, Puka's here. No, I'm not gonna stab because Puka's here. Let's see if you're corrupted. 1 is evil, 4 is corrupted. Yeah. Oh, well, so you corrupted them, which means that you are gonna get false info. I didn't mean to fucking, I hate, sometimes it gets double clicks, and it's really frustrating. And I can't tell if it's my fault, or if it's the game's fault. Like, I didn't get a chance. Sometimes also you click, like, if I do Dreamer, sometimes it just won't give me information. Chancellor or Plague Doctor. So you're a Plague Doctor, so you're not the Chancellor, which means you are safe, you're lovely, which means you're safe, which means you're safe. Which means that... Well, the Chancellor, so it's gotta be either you or you. Closest evil is clockwise. 1 evil adjacent to you. Ooh, with the Rambler being there, that changes things. It definitely changes things. Hi, Soup! Hello! Ow! Rub it on my face. You rubbed on the heart part of my face. Hi, sir. Hello, baby. Hello, sir. Hello, Soup. Hello, Super Grover. It's Super Grover. I love you, Super Grover. Alright. Well, once again, I could have used number 9 to actually, like, give me some information, but I could not because it broke. So, we're gonna go off the fact that, I mean, well, if they're corrupt, again, if you ever click on the judge by accident with the judge, he's almost never giving, he's never gonna say he's lying. Because then that creates a paradox. So, unless, I mean, maybe if he's corrupt now, because even if he was corrupted, Yeah. So even if he's corrupted, he's saying, no matter what, he's going to tell you that he's telling the truth. Because then it's, yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Which means at this point, it kind of has to be you. Yes, okay, we're good. Super safe. We're super safe, buddy. The Poisoner and Puka. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of bad stuff happening here. We have 2 judges. We cannot have 2 judges. One of them is evil. Between 3, 4, and 7, they're saying, that's false. So they're probably being poisoned or puka'd. One of these guys is definitely evil. We know that for a fact. 2 cards away from closest evil. That could be true. Let's give it a rip. Alright. So you're corrupted, which means you're probably pretty good. Which means that you have some information for me, maybe, possibly in the future. 1 or 3 is a poisoner. That is just correct. Which means that 3 is safe. 6 is saying they're good. And we have a bombarder. Bombarder. So 2 of you should still be giving false information. And it's not the confessor. So it could be the confessor. But then they're saying, but then this person gave true info. So it's literally not, it can't be any of those. Right side being more evil. Or is lying. He literally can't be. Unless you're corrupted. In which case, fair play. It's possible that this person's just lying. Well, between 3, 4, and 7, there's a minion, an outcast, and a villager. You know, you're literally still just lying. But he could have corrupted you. It's either. There's a lot that could happen here. This person they're telling the truth. They don't have to be though, because maybe they're 1 space away. And it's one of these. The only person we know is telling the truth is number 5. And now also number 3. Oh. Well, no, because he's corrupted. So if he was not corrupted, he would say that he's telling the truth, which means that he's telling the truth. So the right side is more evil, which means all of these people are clear. And now it's just a matter of who between these 2 is the evil person. Actually, no, it has to be you. Yeah, because of you. So we're good. Yay. It's tough to do when you only have 1 life, but we're gonna keep rocking it. 4 is a real medium. 5 is a real knight. Alright, you know, all this checks out. All of that info checks out beautifully. We have the wretch. We have... Well, I mean, yeah. This guy's probably got doppelganger or something. It doesn't really matter at this point. 4 clears, 2 dead, and the wretch cannot be it? What? It can't be the wretch. It literally cannot be the wretch. Because I'm pretty sure they can't be turned evil. Like, they can't disguise as the wretch. I've never seen it anyway, but I'm pretty sure they literally just can't. Both of these guys survive, so this is the knight and this is the doppelganger. Oh, it's true. There can only be 1 of you. But there can only be 1 of you. Hold on, actually, because these are the doppelgangers. So 1 of you is lying. There has to be you, which means that you also. But that means that they're lying, which means they're telling the truth. But they told the truth. Oh no, because that's the doppelganger. I see. That was good. They almost had me there. They almost had me. The poisoner and Puka again, and a drunk. God, it would be so fine if there was no drunk. The fact that I now have to play for 4. You could be corrupted. I can't. 1, 7, or 9 is evil. 1, 7, or 9. There's 2 knights. I'm gonna stab one of them at least. Okay, you're good. You're good. I had to at least stab 1 of you. So, assuming 2 is telling the truth, it's 1 of these 2, and I'm too scared of stabbing you. There are no out. You're a liar. But you're corrupted. I forgot that you can be corrupted. So you lied, but no, but yes, because you're basically confirmed good. 1 card away from a corrupted character. That's a lie. But it could be because you're corrupted. But you You're just drunk then. You're just a drunk idiot. So you're the drunk idiot. No, because doppelganger could still be stabbed through if they are corrupted. We know this guy's not corrupted. This guy has to be drunk. Between 3, 7, and 9, there is a villager, a minion, and an outcast. That's false. Because it's 2 outcasts. Unless this is a minion. Unless this is a minion. They're basically saying, unless this is a minion, which could actually be true. You know what? We rip it. Oh, okay. We're good. Which means, yeah, you were being corrupted. You were being corrupted. Oh, you're just drunk. You're literally just a drunk. I'm not scared of you. So now it's just a matter of finding Puka. But they have given true information. It's 3, 7, and 9, which means Puka's not there. Puka cannot be here. They cured 0 corruptions. Which is kind of wild. 1, 7, or 9 are evil. That was true. So you're telling the truth. You have to be a doppelganger knight. 1 or 5 is a poisoner. That is false. However, so this is false information. Is 1 or 5 being the poisoner? They're not. Now here's the thing. We have Puka left. This could be false, and these 2 could have been corrupted. But then he wouldn't have said 0. But no, he would have said 0, because then he could have cured him. Fuck. Okay, you're the drunk. You're the drunk, which means you just lied. But I tried to stab you and I couldn't. There is no corrupted card there. Oh, but he got cured, so he got... Wait, hold on. He... What? Hold on. This isn't making any fucking sense here, y'all. This is some kind of this is some kind of hoopla, I tell you. You're drunk. You were already corrupt, but you couldn't be cured. So that could be true. However, you told the truth. Between 3, 7, and 9, you've guaranteed yourself a truth bomb right there. So 3, 7, and 9. One of you is the villager, one of you is the outcast. 1, 7, and 9. One of you is evil. That's true. We've found that out. What the hell's wrong with this guy being a little liar? Well, he could have been corrupted and then he could have been cured, but he couldn't have been cured because he's something is wrong with this picture. We have two true informations, which means we know that 7 and 1 are also good. Among 7, 8, and 9, there are no outcasts. Oh, well, but they were corrupted, so there has to be an outcast within these. So that means you're the doppelganger. You're the knight. So where the fuck is Puka? Puka has to be there, but Puka couldn't be there because he didn't... How many corruptions can there be? There could be 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have the 1. We have the 2. You're supposed to make 3, but 3's not there. But this should be corrupted. But in order for Puka to be here, this person would have to be corrupted, and they would have cured it, but he lied because he didn't cure any corruptions, he says, which means he's also corrupted. But there's no one near him to corrupt him. So in order for him to be corrupt, both of them have to be... Well, no, because if he's corrupted, if he's lying... Wait, if you're evil... Okay. If he's evil, he was just lying. So yeah, that was kind of how that went. But they didn't cure it. But they didn't cure... Can the doppelganger not be corrupt? Doppelganger, I guess, just can't get corrupted? Oh, villagers are corrupted. Oh, okay. That makes sense now. Okay, that's actually really helpful to know. Alright, we have a Poisoner and we have Lilith. 2 cards away from closest evil. Let's believe it. 1 card away from closest evil. Well, someone here is lying. However, tell me there's a drunk. There's a doppelganger. There is not a drunk. So there isn't a drunk. Or are they only going to say 1? Only 1, if any. And Rex doesn't appear as outcast. So you could still be drunk. Someone's got to die. Number 2. Number 2, you are a confirmed good guy. Closest evil is clockwise. I mean, again, they could also just be lying to me. And if the druid is lying, then who the fuck knows? Fortune teller. Okay, I think we can get a good chunk of extra information here. Plague doctor. Okay. So, what do we know? We know there's a drunk bastard. And I hate them. Closest evil is clockwise. They're saying they're 1 card away, but they're saying 2 cards away. 8 is not corrupt, which means that you could be drunk and you could be the truth bomber. So you're probably the truth. Well, again, not being corrupt and being evil are 2 completely different things. So no one's clear here. You. Pick 2 characters. Pick you and you. Is 3 or 8 evil true? So they're backing this claim up. So if we're to assume that these are both the liar pants for hires, both of these guys are telling the truth. And then who's the doppelganger? That's what I'd like to know. They're 1 card away from a corrupt character. They could be corrupt though. In which case, is 3 or 8 evil would be false. Which means that 3 and 8 are safe. Which means that it's you. Whoa! Whoa! Crazy stuff. So 3 and 8 are safe. There is a doppelganger. So there is a doppelganger? So that means there's going to be another fortune teller here? Because there's definitely not going to be another hunter. You have to be evil, brother. I'm sorry. It's just how life is. Or you're drunk. You're either drunk or you're evil. And I'm willing to bet the farm that you're drunk. But now I can actually flip this card for free. So there's another dreamer. So, it disguises a random villager not in play. Oh, so you can't be drunk. So you have to be an idiot. That's all that boils down to. Let's just I don't know. I don't know about you. And honestly, I don't know about you. Plague doctor or doppelganger? You're a liar? Fuck. Okay, so you're the plague doctor, so that means you're not a doppelganger, which means that you're just evil. You were the doppelganger. Gosh diggity dang it. I gotta poop. Man, things are going crazy. I gotta poop. I keep walking up my cat with exaltation. I keep waking up my cat with exaltations. 1, 5, or 9 are evil. Oh. 2, 3, or 7 are evil. Let's flip that. 4 was just murdered. It's truly a shame. However, 4 is evil, 2 is corrupt. 4 cannot be evil. So, good play there, I suppose. This guy's a good guy. Which now means they could be, listen, we don't know. Maybe these two, watching this person has to be confirmed good, assuming this next person is not also a yellow. They could be doppelganger or drunk. There's too many freaks on this field right now. 3 being a real hunter, 2 cards away from closest evil. I don't believe it. Because then, if I believe this, then that means that Tube is a liar. It means that all of them are good, but they're not all good. So I don't believe you. And now that we know that 2, 3, or 7 are good, so now we can kind of piece things together here. I'm buying it, which means that between 2, 3, and 7, I'm not buying that. And 3 being a real hunter, you fucking lied, so you just get to die now. Cheap shot. No, it all worked. It was a very proper shot. Left side being more evil, be the judge of that. Poisoner's 3 cards away from close to evil. There's only 1 pair of evil. They're good. Okay. No, that's not helpful in the slightest, actually. So let's close that. 2 evils adjacent to you. 9 is not corrupt. They wouldn't... So that means they're just... No, but they are corrupt, which means you're evil. Which means you're an evil little freak, huh? You're just a little evil little freak. Okay, we got one of them, which is nice. Lover was corrupted, so there was only 1 evil adjacent, or this person's also evil. We don't know. Let's flip more cards. They're both saying they're good. One of them is a liar. Poisoner's 3 cards away from closest evil. Again, he's doing this thing again. Closest evil is him, so if he's lying, yeah, okay. But this time he was actually just a liar. And now, assuming that's the only pair of evil, I mean, that's true. That literally has to be true. One of these guys is evil. 2 cards away from a corrupted character. It was you, so you're telling the truth. Left side being more evil, no matter what. That is just the truth. Again, all these people are telling the truth here. So it's between one of these, and I don't really have a way of figuring out which one it is. Yeah, this is rough. Because if it's this person... It's still 2-1. If it's that person, it's 3-0. So either way, this person's telling the complete truth. No one is given any information about these characters. 3, 4, and 5, there are no outcasts. No shit, Sherlock. Well, it's a shot in the dark. And we shot it wrong because it was you? How was it you? What were you? What were you claiming, brother? I'll never know. You were claiming what? Like, druid? Like, I mean, fair enough. Like, oh, they hid the doppelganger. That's unfortunate. Didn't even consider that. Hi, Sue. Hello, Sue. Hi, Sue. Hello, Sue. Mwah. Dude, you made me fuck up my face. But you're so cute. It's okay. Hi. Yeah, come on, sit down. Want to sit down? Hi. Hello, buddy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mwah. Okay. Shaman and Los. Shaman means it's going to be 2 of the same. So let's go. We got a bard. 4 cards away from corrupted characters. So they're saying one of these guys is giving false information. 5 was affected by an evil. They're saying that this person was... One is lying. I'm willing to believe they're corrupt, and I'm willing to believe these people are telling the truth. So, that's pretty nice. That's good to know. I love being able... Oh, and now... You can use this. Okay, so either all of these guys... Well, no, not necessarily. They could... Wait, but how could they have been corrupted? How could they have been affected by an evil? That's a great question. There's only one way... Okay, hold on. Give me some more flips here. Number 1 is lying. Okay, so alright, I believe. Okay, well, now I don't understand anything. Who is... Oh, because this guy died, we're never really gonna know who the shaman is duplicating here. However, we know that they... Oh, but now we can flip this safely. We have the wretch. The wretch is here. Huzzah. 5 being affected by an evil? I think that's just a hardcore lie, brother. But so, let me check that. Between 3, 4, and 8... There's a villager, an outcast, and a minion. I don't fucking... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why? Why? Okay. I mean, he's telling the truth. Is 4 or 6 evil false? Okay, let's make a play here. I need to shit really bad. It was you. Okay, well, you know what? I don't even care. Alright, so who the hell was the shot? Okay, well, again, they're probably just one of these guys. Fair play. So if the shaman's there, they might disguise themselves as two of the same characters. So we have 2 jesters and 2 druids. And 2 bakers. 3 was affected by evil. 0 evils amongst 1, 2, and 6. There could also be a doppelganger. You don't just stab this person. They're corrupted, so it means you're telling the truth. Which means in order to be corrupted, bam, 1 is evil. Which means... what? Means you're probably fine from the shaman. Original baker, you were a lover. I see no way of actually fact-checking this information. Hey. Hey, Sue. Hello. Yes, sir. Okay, so the shaman... I don't know if it's always like that, but they like to just duplicate other guys. Saying clockwise, eh? 1 card away from close to evil. Trust it. Phony. Oh, you fucker. You bunch of fuckers. I just wanted to believe you. 4 evil? 4 out of 10. This is good odds. Oh, this is better odds. Fuck. I just kind of went with it. 2 out of 9. Much worse odds. Let's actually play some cards. 1 or 2 are a shaman. Willis is 3 cards away from closest evil. You could be lying to me. You could be lying to me. Oh, forgot about you. So let's just play the quiz. Okay, that's interesting. And this is interesting. Well, hold on. You still have... okay, thank you for letting me click on that. 7 is lying. Means that 1 or 2... both 1 and 2 are good, which means that you are the doppelganger, which means you are fine. But with doppelganger out as well, it makes things kind of difficult. You know what? Just die. You die, and just for fun, I'm gonna kill you. Fuck. 1 evil adjacent, which means you're safe, which means you're telling the truth. I currently have everyone as green, so someone here is being a little phony baloney dweeb. You told the truth, so I can believe you. You were a liar, so but because you were lying. Well, you lied. Both characters' info are good. You lied because, yeah, you told a lie as that person. So both of these guys are good. Which means Lilith is 3 cards away from closest evil. But again, they're doing it wrong. Lilith is 3 cards away from closest because if it's this person, it could be this person. No, it has to be this person. But then they're equidistant. Okay, somehow that worked out. I don't know how. Lilith is 3 cards away, and they were both the same distance away, which is kind of messed up, but it's fine. There's 1 evil, but it's a puka, and they have a drunk. Why does it have to be drunk? Number 1 was affected by an evil. They're saying the truth. Okay, well, we got double fact checked here, so I'm willing to believe that. So 1 was affected by evil, which means that you are being corrupted, which means that Puka's either here or here. Left side, at this point, it could be number 7. There's a doppelganger. I mean, you kind of have to be, right, brother? I mean, just saying. Yes, sir. And there wasn't even a drunk. There wasn't even a drunk. Ah, it's so nice. I love not getting drunk. Alright, we have a chancellor and a bat. Chancellor and a bat. 4, 6, and 7 are evil. 4 or 6 are chancellor. They're calling themselves out. Well, then they'd be lying. If this person's lying, both characters are good, but both characters cannot be good. 4 or 6 is a chance. Okay, so it's you. I guess I should have flipped number 3. That's fair. Okay, what's this one as well? Let's see. We still have to find a bat. Okay, I'm gonna just double check. There is a drunk. Number 1 is telling the truth. So between 2, 6, and 5, that's basically saying that this person is drunk. But this person is told the truth. Unless this guy is evil. motherfucker. You were corrupt. You son of a bitch. You son of a gun. You corrupt little freak. This is... Okay. I need to start rationalizing. 6, 8, or 9. Well, this is not here. It cured a corruption. 2, 3, or 6. They're dizzy. You die then. Sorry, pal. Hate to be the breaker of news. 1 card away from corrupted character. I think you were corrupted. Well, let's just keep flipping cards. The righteous here, 5 or 9, is a poisoner. I believe that? No. It's literally a lie. So they did not cure this person, which means that they're just they lied. They lied. Why did they lie if they're not corrupt? 5 or 9 is a poisoner. That's just false. Okay, well you said 2, 3, or 6 are evil. You were saying 6, 8, or 9 are evil. You're lying. Could have been because of a poison, but we got lucky there. And now it is just bah. Close is evil, that's just correct, factually. They cured 1 corruption? Whose corruption could he have cured? It could be a poison. No, there's not a plague doctor here, so that's just not happening. The only poison he could have cured is this one, and he didn't, so he's a liar. But again, I'm gonna have to I think this is a bug report. I'm pretty sure 5 or 9 is a poisoner. Yeah, this is Oracle. Okay. Back to the game. So he somehow managed to survive that. I really don't know how. That's just so strange. But fair. I mean, hey, you know, it's in playtest for a reason, you know? Let me find a Slayer. Fuck, okay. It's either both of you or you're good. Hey. Could have been corrupted, though. He's not corrupted. I'm willing to believe this triangle wholeheartedly. Close to evil is clockwise, not buying it for a second, pal. Shit. Okay, so that means it has to be... You freak. I wanted to trust him so bad. Alright, it's all good. It's all good. You know why? Because we're still here. We got... a puppet? Oh, well, sorry. Oh, you could have... you were a puppet, so honestly, that's fair. Which means that a puppeteer is one of these two. I don't know which one he would be, though. He's saying... oh, she has to literally be you. Alright, now it's just Bob. Almost affected by evil, that's true. But does it count pup... oh, he was a puppet. Yes, okay. That's good. It's good news. 1 evil's adjacent. Saying the truth, eh? This is probably this guy. See what I mean? This doesn't fucking work sometimes. Work! Witness or Ba. We have the witness, which means that's not Ba, that has to be Ba. Okay, cool. We're up to 4, this is good. I'm liking this. Here are 2 corruptions with Puka around and... no plague doctor, though. So in order to cure 2, you're a liar. You were corrupted. Okay, that's fair. Guess I should have saw that coming. They cannot... yeah, okay, good. So that means the right side's more evil. Which means that it's between... well, also that includes them. But since they're smack dab in the middle... in order for... I mean, it could be equidistant then. Either way. Let's just see here. I was a baker. You were a baker. You're now not a baker. I don't see how... it's interesting. No evils adjacent. No evils adjacent. And the witch is still out. There is Baker or Puka. So they're saying that's going to be a Baker? So that means Puka's not there? So if Puka's not there, that means this person's probably telling the truth. Closest evil, they're saying this person's closest evil. I don't know. I know. I probably shouldn't have trusted that. But what is I was a baker as a baker? That's crazy. And they were both correct. Okay, that's fair. I should have. I don't know why I just kind of made a bold assumption. I need to talk things out. I need to use my words. 1, 2, and 6. Villager, outcast. You're alright. No, because there's doppelganger. But they're saying you're lying. You fucker. So they were corrupted, which means they were lying. So all of their characters are villagers, which means you're safe and you are safe. And you're safe. Which means 4, 8, and 9, one of them is actually going to be evil. 2, 5, or 6. 2, 5, or 6. So there's, assume it. Okay, there's, just fucking get me out of here. Get me the fuck out of here. There's too many of you. It's too many of you. Okay. Fortune Tower. Are you lying? It's 5 or 6 evil? False. 2 evils adjacent. Alright, well. Someone's lying to me. And because you lied, 9 is good, which means one of you two is a liar. 9 is good. Bob being 3 away from closest evil. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I said that. I don't know what the fuck just happened there. You lied. I should have just went with that off a rip. And now Ba is 3 cards away from closest evil. But okay, 1, 2, or 1, 2. But this is wrong again. They're giving wrong info. Ba is 3 cards away from closest evil. The closest evil to him is this guy or this guy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He's just lying. He just lies. But he's saying he's not lying. But he was corrupt. He was a corrupted fool. Thanks, Poisoner. And the wretch is here. Yeah, so he was just really lying. Jesus Christ. Okay, but we still have the Shaman. Shaman duplicates the Scout. Poisoner is 1 card away from closest evil. Sayonara. Okay. My rage has been festered. There's 1 pair of evil. I can buy that. Ba or Shaman. Fuck. So both mentioned rules are fake, but they didn't lie. They didn't lie because they were real. So one of you is a liar. One of you is lying. It's probably you. Great. That means you're not a Ba, which means you're enlightened. And you just gave some serious truth, which means you're safe as well, between 1, 5, and 6. So it's between these two, which means this person's safe. You're drunk. Of course you're drunk. Thank goodness I can trust the cliche, over the fuck her name was, the collector. Scout, tell me some something I don't know. I was drunk. I was drunk. I don't want to drunk. Ah, 2 evils adjacent. You're calling both of these guys evil? 3 is lying? You would say that, wouldn't you? Which means incredible. And Ba is 2 cards away from closest evil. So he's saying that assuming this person's telling the truth, this person's evil. Oh, I'm glad I didn't stab that. Oh my god. I was a medium. Where's the correct? There's only 1 fucking baker, bro. Get out of here. But you're drunk. I hate you. I hate you. 1 evil adjacent. I can buy that with the wretch. 7 or 8 evil, true. Okay, I'm buying all this. I think literally in order for this person to be stating facts, it has to be you. Okay. Whew. Bombardier. It's always scary. I really need to shit. Ooh, but no, Puka's here. Puka's here and a drunk is here. There's too much. You kill him. Okay, you couldn't kill him. I believe you. I'm the original baker. I was a medium. I was a knight. I was an— oh my fucking god, are you kidding? None of this is helpful. None of this is helpful. Why are there so many bakers? Just— fuck it. No, there's a fifth baker. There's a fifth. I have nothing to go off of, man. I have nothing to go off of. What am I supposed to do with this information, man? You freaks. You baking freaks. One random unrevealed villager becomes a baker, and you learn which villager they were. Who? What do I do? What can be done in this situation? I literally have no idea. I just felt like it. I honestly just I was never going to get anywhere with that. I guess with them saying they were a knight, I think actually you know what? I could have gone somewhere with that. I just now thought of it because I just saw it happen. Fair play. 4 cards away from corrupted character, and they're calling 3 a corrupt piece of shit. And if they're being corrupt, that's just a lot. And the Plague Doctor's out. Plague Doctor's around. They probably just murdered the Plague Doctor. That's really awkward. 2 or 6 is a minion. 2 or 6 is a minion. If 6 is a minion, they told the truth. If 2 is a minion, they told a lie. If they told a lie, both characters are good, that's impossible, you're a minion. Okay, there we go. Lovely stuff. And you are a freak. All that is left is Lilith. You're 4 cards away from corrupted character. How could they have been corrupted? Because I was a Plague Doctor and they corrupted them. 6 is a real dream, or you're a fucking liar, bro. But it could be because you're corrupted. But if you're corrupted, that means you're not corrupted. It's one of you two. Alright, great. Awesome stuff. Great information. There's a puka and a drunk and a Plague Doctor. No one here is giving correct information. It's a shot in the fucking dark, bro. There's only one evil. That's literally the only true thing. Cause this is just but oh, fair. Yeah, that is just true information. They're giving true information. 3 cards away from close to evil. You're giving false information. I didn't want you to stab yourself, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so they were corrupted. I didn't. It is that it's starting to get a little actually frustrating, but it's fine. It's fine because it's just a quick right back into it sort of thing, you know? Okay. Minion card. Dominion card. Is 2 cards away from closest evil. That doesn't help me. At this moment. 3, 7, and 9. That guy just got murdered. They're a good little fella. They didn't do nothing to nobody. We can now get 3 extra information. Okay. I hate the baker. With all of my heart, I truly, truly hate the baker. There cannot be 2 pairs of evil. So this person is just a liar. Okay, so that means the wretch is right next to an evil person. So the wretch is next to all the evils. So it means you're evil. And one of these freaks is evil. It's literally either you or you. Which means all of you have told the truth. Between 3, 7, and 9. Okay, so it's you. Great. Fantastic. Poisoner? 6 or 8. No evils adjacent. 3 is good. Can you fact check this? 7 is lying. Of course, the first person I flip is the drunk. Okay. It's alright. Here we go. We're gonna get to 10. I'm promising it right now. This is the 10th. This is number 10. Coming right here. Look at all this information. The Chancellor's here. It's definitely you. It's not, because it's you. Now you have the poisoner, which means it's one of you. You could... Chainsor's one card away from closest evil. Closest evil, you say? But that's not the closest evil. If both of these guys are the closest evil to him, one card away, the Chancellor would be. The only person that is fucking Ba, bro. You give wrong info again. I gotta handle it. Okay, I'm honestly kind of going crazy. Okay. It's alright. Okay, this is the one. I'm actually going to sit here, and I'm not going to make any rash decisions. Where did everything go? It went blue for a second there. There's a puppeteer and a puka. Puppeteer is only 2 evil, which means there is no puppet. That's honestly kind of huge. Which means that they are going to be next to either both of the outcasts or both an outcast and puka. Original, but I need to poop. Y'all, okay, hold on. I'm actually gonna be right back. I'm gonna go take the fastest shit known to man. And when I come back, we're going to get the 10 chain, because I will have flushed my systems, alright? Trust.
Okay, Georgie. Okay, let's have ourselves a lovely little time playing Demon Bluff. All right, everybody. I don't know. I think if they're gonna, I think the demons are okay. I don't know why we would get rid of them, but that's besides the point. That's fine. I'm sorry. So they're saying there's only one pair of evil. I can believe that. I can believe it. You're a Slayer, that's cool. A judge, and who's this? Why are we judging? Why are we judging these demons? They did nothing wrong. I just want to be part of the town. I don't know. No, it could be anything. Could be anything. 1, 3, or 8 are evil. 1, 3, or 8. What's 8? 8's a baker. But there is a Slayer. I don't know. It could be anything, really. But what's number 7? Oh, God. Too many things happening here. There is no... What? How is there no, Oh, this is a doppelganger. Okay, so there's no bombardier. There's a doppelganger, though.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing? What? Why? Who are you?
What? No, I'm you. I'm not. Who are you? Huh? I'm Cherry TV. I was enjoying it.
No. That's not how that works. You need to. You need to go.
But I'm having so much fun.
I don't care. You need to go.
But I was just.
Okay, well, you may look exactly like me, and you may sound like me, but you're not fooling anybody. You gotta go.
Oh. Okay. You sure?
Yep.
If I don't want to do it. I don't want to have to do it. I don't want to have to do it.
Then don't put the knife down. Put the knife. It's okay. Put the knife down. Don't put it here. Don't make me have to clean that up.
I will. I'll do it. I swear. Just let me play.
God. Okay. Fine. You can do this one. All right. You can do this one. If you screw it up, you're out of here.
Okay. Okay. So, telling the truth. Does that mean there's up? I think it's you. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh god. You're such an asshole. I killed the man. I killed him.
It's okay. You're still
No, I can't do it.
Oh, he just fucking went through the floor. What the hell? Okay, well, geez Louise. Okay, that... You know... Maybe... That was an interesting demon. Okay, but it's okay. It's fine. So, where the hell did they leave us off here? 7's a puppeteer. So, Puka is either 6 or 4. 4 just kills, it has to be 6. Okay, cool. Let's see here. We got 1. They can't die. I'll be the judge of that. That's correct. They're confirmed good. I love that. The Wretch is here. Basically a confirmed good guy. The Knight is here. You're a fucking liar. I feel to be a liar, idiot. Between 2 and 6, they only gave 3 things. Between 2 and 6, there is a minion and a... That's just a lie. What? There's a minion and a villager. But that's not... What? Am I crazy? Okay, I cannot be blamed there. Bishop just straight up gave wrong information for no reason at all. Literally no reason at all. They gave wrong information. It's gonna be another bug report, baby. Wait. No, I don't actually know how this works. Because would they see 2 as a minion? They do. They do see 2 as a minion. Hold on, because look at this. Oh, well, never fucking mind. Well, you know what? It is what it is. But yeah, they see 2 as a minion, because the Rex gets seen as an evil and a minion. But I don't know why they didn't have a third. I guess because they couldn't have a third. Because they were telling the truth. Okay, you know what? And there we go. Now we know. And now we know what the second hidden guy is. Assuming there's not going to be a sudden third one. 5 or 6, the twin minion. Okay, well, are you inclined to believe this information? Cure the corruption, bitch from who? How about that? Which means you're correct. We still don't know, though, if you're good or not. But so far, you're seeming pretty good. There's 4 evil people. So this is going to be a problem. 2 evils are adjacent. You're just lying. So that's nice. Ow, my fucking head. 7. 6 is a real architect. Okay. We still don't have the puppet and the puppeteer. 1 or 3 is a twin minion. Well, there's the puppeteer. So now it's just between these funky fellas. Who okay, well actually no, we know it's number 8 because this guy is saying that this side is more evil. If this side was more evil, then it would be him, but it has to be you. Incredible. Up to number 2 already. Look at this. We're doing so well. Doppelganger's here. The witch is here. Both sides equally evil, which means 4 and 8 are safe, assuming they are telling the truth. Bob being 2 cards away from closest evil, so it means it would have to be here. It would have to be 3 and 5, assuming these people are telling the truth. Bob or architect, he's not lying. I think it's bro. Okay, I know what I said. I wasn't gonna just go off of bold assumptions, but that was a pretty fucking cool one. So I'm not even mad. Alright, we have a poisoner, we have a drunk, we have Puka. Okay, there's a lot of things going wrong here. We have to be very, very careful. So 2, they're saying 2 is good. They're saying 1, 3, or 6 are evil. Right side being more evil. A lot of interesting information here. Not gonna stab the knight here. 8's a real witness. 3 was affected by evil. So 3 could have either been corrupted. That's it, actually. And 4 is here. So, learn if any of them are evil. Let's learn if... Here. 2 or 8 are either false. So they're saying that all this information is correct, basically. If 2 or 8 are evil is false, then that means that 7 is telling the truth with 8, and that 1 is telling the truth, but that means 3 is telling the truth with 2. So that means that between 1, 3, and 6, it would have to mean that 6 is evil, and then it's kind of a toss-up between who the other evil is. Learn how many are evil between these 3. They're saying there's only 1 evil. That's fundamentally impossible. I think it's you. No? Okay. So you're telling the truth then, so one of you is evil. So that means it's probably you. And there we go. So you could have been corrupted. Either you're corrupt and you're evil, but you couldn't have been affected by an evil. But no, Puka is still here. Everyone, Puka is still here. We don't know where Puka is. Let's calm the hell down. We know that Puka... This person's not corrupt, so this cannot be Puka. It also means they shouldn't be able to die. I forgot that they could have been corrupted. I'm a fucking idiot, y'all. I'm an idiot. Who up being an idiot? They gave correct info. No, they didn't, because they were drunk. Why is the drunk here? Stop showing up to my parties, bro. Jester, learn how many are evil. All 3? No, I don't believe that for a fucking second. Which means that none of them are evil, maybe? 4 cards away from close the evil. You were confirmed correct. Evil's not adjacent to each other. We don't know that. Let's just draw somebody else here. 1, 5, and 6. One evil is adjacent. That's assuming that that person's evil. One person's adjacent. But that's just a lie. What? How is that not a lie? Because the closest person is there. And they got that confirmed. So how are you... Can't fucking believe this. So that means they're telling... Which means you're safe. But you're just being a creep. Oh, because they were talking about you. I see, I see. Lilith is dead, so we can do this now. There's a witch. Okay. There is no doppelganger though, so actually you're just a little lying freak. Okay, number 2. That was a close one already off the bat. We have a drunk and a puka. Again, I hate this. 6 is good. You wouldn't see them as good. But you could just be corrupt. You could just be corrupt. Either way, you're suspicious. You're already on the hit list here. Left side being more evil. Knight. Okay. Confirmed good guy, knight guy. Love that. Which means if you were corrupted, it's because you are drunk or this person is evil. So this person is suspicious as well. Let's check this guy. There's only one pair of evil. If they're saying there's only one, that means it's if they're lying, it's not at all. So they're saying that the one of these guys has to be evil. I'm just gonna try it. Okay, okay, interesting, interesting. So I can't trust you. There we go. Get them out of here. Okay. We still have a puka to deal with, so we're not out of the woods just yet. Twin minion is 3 cards away from closest evil. If they're saying this is evil. They're saying that this is evil, but if that's evil, that's puka. So they'd be giving false information. So, this guy's probably not evil. That would be closer, and that would be 3 spaces away. We know this guy's correct. Dreamer, just tell me some stuff. Witness or twin minion. You're a witness. 8 was affected by evil, which means that you were probably pooked out your gourd. But if you were pooped out your gourd, you can't get pooped out your gourd. But also, there's only one pair. Among 4 and 7, there is a witness or a twin minion. I think you're just lying. No, you're not lying. You're just corrupt. Okay, so because you're lying, both mentioned roles are fake, which means you're not a witness either. Alright. Okay. And things went a little crazy. We have a poisoner on our hands here. He's saying he cured no corruptions, which means that the poisoned would have to be somewhere here. One is lying. Okay, so yeah, it's one of those two, which means you, assuming you're not evil, you're probably telling the truth, which means one of you is evil. You cured 2 corruptions. Only one can be corrupt, unless it's a plague doctor. Let's keep flipping. Lies. Okay. Good to know. Ow! Oh, dropped my knife. Letter opener thing. So, this means that he was probably actually poisoned, which means that he didn't corrupt, so he's probably correct here. And they disguise. It doesn't specify which one exactly. However, left side being more evil is impossible. So actually, he was corrupted. It's you. It's not you. He wasn't even corrupt. His left side at this point can't be more evil, so I figured he would have had to have corrupted him. But since he said that, he was telling the truth, which means he was corrupted. So how is the left side more evil if one of them is already on this side of the field? Because he wasn't, so it has to be you. You're drunk. Of fucking course you're drunk. Of course there's a drunk on the field. Okay. So that means that you were the corrupted one. Which means that the right side is more evil, so it has to be you. He didn't corrupt anybody. I mean, you can't knock me for that. Can't fucking knock me for that. Scout. Chancellor's 1 card. There's a drunk. I just don't like playing with the drunk. Can we just... Okay, this all works out. This all works out pretty well. Okay, we can probably work with this. Chancellor's 1 card away from closest to evil. Number 7 and number 8 is Chancellor. It's probably this guy. Fantastic. I love that for me. I've killed everyone without actually revealing who they are. Chancellor's 1 card away from closest to evil. Fuck. Okay. But that means that you're just lying. Okay, cool. Great. Alright. Puppeteer and Puka. We got 3 again. We have Puka doing some misinformation campaigns. Corrupting both is very impossible. Like, curing both is literally impossible, because if Puka was here, they'd be out of reach. If Puka was here, you would have gotten corrupted. So either you are corrupt and lying, or you are evil and lying. Either way, you're not telling the truth, which means one of you is suspicious. Telling 8 to shut up, which means that he's lying. And there's Puka. So you're corrupt, but you're good. And you, right side being more evil, you are telling a lie. So either you are corrupt, or you are lying, or you're evil. You're either corrupt or lying. Either way, Rambler, nice to meet you. Let's keep getting some info. Between 1, 3, and 7, there's a minion, an outcast, and a villager. Great. And now, you, if I mean, it's a 50-50, so at this point, it's literally just you. It's either you or it's you. So that's cool. Number 3. Puppeteer and Puka again. This time with a doppelganger, but because of the doppelganger, there is no extra guy. He's saying left side's more evil, but he's also kind of pointing to that fact being true as well. They're dizzy. Puka's here. We don't necessarily stab that. Both of you being dizzy means Puka's probably right there. Fantastic. So now the matter, the fact is, who is the puppeteer? 7 being affected by evil, that was just confirmed. Enlightened or Puka. Puka's already gone, so that means one of you has to be enlightened. So you are enlightened, which means you are telling the truth. Which means you're evil. No, okay, so you're telling the truth, which means the left side is actually just a bunch of evil freaks. Oh, that's right, there's only one more. I forgot there was no puppet. That's my bad. So it's just someone lying. So it's literally one of you two, and now this is... But no, because 7 was affected by evil, he was telling the truth, it has to be you. Okay, cool. Number 4. Witch and Puka with a drunk. Both sides equally evil. So he's saying that these are safe. 2 cards away from closest evil. 2 or 8 is a witch. I love... Okay, we have to stop doing that, though, but I love when it works out. So that means you guys have told the truth. Well, again, I can't necessarily believe you. Number 2 is good. That was pretty great. Again, they could have been Puka'd or drunk, but so again, that one was just luck of the draw. Things worked out how they did there. We're up to 5. I have to be careful here. Plague Doctor is out. Number 4. 4, 8 are a shaman. They cannot be. 4. So if 4 is a shaman, they're telling the truth, so they're lying. If 8 is a shaman, they cannot be, so they're being poisoned. So tell me some information. 4 is not corrupt? Brother, what are you talking about? 4 or no. What? So they're telling the truth. So 4 or 8 is a shaman, but they cannot be a I don't know. I'm 90%. I'm gonna give it a go. Why? Why did they lie? 4 or 8 is a shaman. They had no reason to lie. Again. Okay, well, I can't be getting... Like, this is unfortunate. Oracle misinformation. While not evil or corrupt. This is just crazy. That was an unfortunate one. Yeah, because they literally said 4 or 8 is a shaman. They couldn't be, and because of that, they were a liar. But they, that sucks. Okay, well that's unfortunate, but it's okay. That's not my fault. If it's not my fault, I don't feel that bad. I could have tried getting more information, but I was basing it off the information that I had, which is, I guess, is just my bad, bro. 2 cards away from corrupted character. That's to say that this person is evil. 4 is a real slayer. If that, then if they're corrupt, they could be saying, I think it's you. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, number two. Shaman, Minion, and Puka. Puka is here, 2 cards away from closest evil. Right side being more evil. Let's see if you're corrupt. One is not corrupt. The question is, are you actually who you say you are? I'm going to say, let's find out some more information. Shaman is 2 cards away from closest evil. Number 1 is a real hunter. Okay, then this is saying right side's more evil. You gotta be careful there. Druid's here. Number 1 is a real... Okay, so far... Okay, get into drawing mode. This guy and this guy are clearing this guy. So 3, it's either all 3 of them, because then they are both lying. But again, with Puka being here, this could be Puka. You know? You know what I'm saying? Like, this could be Puka. And then they're both lying about that being a real hunter, and this person's evil. Assuming that this person's Puka. But we don't have any information necessarily declaring that. So let's keep going. There are 2 pairs of evil. That there is a wretch, so that could be true. They also could all just be stacked up next to each other. They're both saying right side's more evil, and they're saying one was affected by an evil. There's a lot of interesting stuff happening right here. There is no wretch. Luckily enough, there is no wretch. I'm going to try to use the druid here. Tell me if there's a plague doctor. There is a plague doctor. Okay, so they're telling the truth. Either they're both lying and they're both evil. But for now... Both architects are saying right side is more evil. So they have to be telling the truth. Because if they're both lying... Like with Puka here and a plague doctor, it throws a lot of things into the works here. It's hard to say exactly who is telling the truth.
We have 3 confirms on Hunter.
This is only number 2. We don't have to go this crazy on it. But we should, because it's important to gain the skills in order to get to the next stage. If these are both being corrupted, that means that Puka is either here, here, or here, and the plague doctor could be affecting one of the others. If we're assuming it's here, that means that they're both lying, which means that this guy is not a hunter. Which means this person's also evil. Which means that they're not 2 cards away from closest evil. Which is also a lie, because they would be. So that means that they have to be telling the truth. In this situation, they have to be telling the truth. 2 pairs of evil. Without a wretch, I kind of find that hard to believe. But again, it could just because of misinformation, because of all these corruptions. There's 3 corrupt people, up to 3 corrupt people on this board right now. With a maximum of 1 because of the plague doctor. Number 1 was affected by an evil. Number 1 was not corrupted, though. So they're both telling each other. They're both effectively lying to each other. But no, they could have been shaman, but they're not shaman because there's 2 mediums. That's a good point. Because of the shaman, we also know that it's either one of these mediums are evil and one of these architects are evil, but they're both given the same information. So what the hell does that even mean? It could mean that both of them are liars, and both of them... One of the pairs, I think both of them have to be false. So now let's go off this situation. So let's assume that both architects are lying, which means that they are both evil people. That would mean that one of these guys is evil. That means that these are all safe, so it'd have to be one of these 2, at which point it would be even splittings. So they can't be lying? They could be. But I don't think they are. I truly believe... But no, because if I'm to believe that, it's going to be all of them. But again, this is also assuming that their information isn't being swayed by all these people. Because there's a Puka, there's a plague doctor. There's too much misinformation, and I have no way of really gauging who is telling the truth here. The only information I kind of have to go off of is that it's definitely at least one of these 4. It's at least one of these 4. And it's probably at least one of these 2. So it could be these 2. Okay, you were just corrupted. So because you were corrupted, One was not affected by evil, which means that I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. And it was both of them. I was correct in that statement. I just couldn't figure out why exactly. Okay, well, that's on me. Again, it's one of those things where I was dead on, but in attempting to explain why I was dead on to myself, I confused myself out of the correct answer. Okay, we're gonna play smart here. Closest evil is clockwise. Closest evil is counter. Okay, well, one of you freaks is lying, which is already off to a great start, but we're gonna figure out some more information first. We're gonna hold on to that. Knight. Can't get stabbed. You're confirmed a nice good fella. Closed door is harder to walk through. Very true. Let's just try to stab one of you. Couldn't kill two, so that means it's gotta be one. He's like, you're telling the truth. I was enlightened. Slayer again. Can't be two Slayers, and you couldn't kill. Kill. Incredible. And you were enlightened despite there being no other bad guy. And no Baker. Yeah. Okay, so get him out of here. That was an easy first round. We have a Poisoner and Puka and a Plague Doctor. Luckily, no Drunk, though. You're good. Okay, let's believe that for now. Knight. Nope, too many potential poisons. You're dizzy. Nope, could be poisoned. You gotta be careful. Bombardier. 7's a real Baker. I was a Confessor, but they are a Baker right now. And there are 2 pairs of evil. So in order for there to be 2 pairs of evil, they have to be kind of next to the wreck here. But again, with all this misinformation, with not a whole lot to go off of, once again, we are in an interesting situation. Did we try to stab you yet? I sure didn't, but you're good. So I'm just gonna stab you. So yeah, you were evil. So that's 1 evil. In order for there to be 2 pairs of evil, this has to be this person. Or one of these 2, and that's the solo. This is tough. Let's steal this. Poisoner or Puka. We see Poisoner, so you're not Puka, which means but you still could be a minion. And you were a Confessor, but there is no original Baker, so yeah, you have to be evil. Which means that you just lied. That's because you were corrupt. You can't be corrupted. There's 1 pair of evil. So in order for there to be 2 pairs of evil, it is either you or it is you. If it is you, you're lying, though, but then there are 2 pairs of evil, so you got to be telling the truth, which means it is you. Whoa, let's calm down. Alright. I love talking. I love talking. Okay, we have a Chancellor and a Lilith, so you have to be careful. Things are going to start going crazy. 5, 8, and 9. Get it twisted, your actions impact nothing. You cured 2 corruptions? Is there even a chance of that? No. Incredible. Now we can keep going here. So 5, 8, or 9, one of them was evil, but again, this could be the fact 3 or 5 being Chancellor. It could be. And again, there's a Doppelganger and a Drunk still around here. Again, Lilith could have been Drunk. I got very lucky that they are actually just a very evil person. 1, 7, or 8. Okay, there's a lot. There's 2 Empresses. I think they're the only double up. So they're the only double up. So that's probably, that has to be the Doppelganger, because Doppelganger takes someone who's already in play. So these 2 are the Doppelganger and the Empress. 1, 7, or 8 being evil. 8 was evil. So we can confirm that 7 is good. Between 5, 8, and 9. 8 was evil, so 5 and 9 are safe. 5 is saying 3 or 5 is the Chancellor, but again, I don't trust a damn word the Oracle fucking says. It could be 5, though, because this could be Doppelganger. But they're not. So in order for this to be 3, one of these has to be Drunk. We're just going to trust him. We're going to trust him. Okay, one of them was Drunk, which is fair. Okay, cured 2 corruptions. You also said that. I didn't realize. I forgot that you claimed Alchemist. Chameleon. Okay, well, we're good. That was risky, but it worked out. I just don't like when there's a Drunk. There could be a Drunk or a Doppelganger. We have to be careful here. There's 7. We got out of 2. 7 was affected by an evil. Could he be affected by an evil? Could have been poisoned. Saying they were a medium. Poisoner is 2 cards away from closest evil. No wicks, so we can gain all this information. Again, 2. It could be 1 and 5. But if it was 1 and 5, then 1 would be telling the truth, so it can't be 1 and 5. And if it can't be 1 and 5, that means that they're both real people. But again, one of them could be poisoned, so this information is actually poisoned into the water supply here. The fact that there is no outcast makes me think that there is either a drunk or a doppelganger. The question is, which one is it? And if it's doppelganger, then that means we're to believe that both of these empresses are real and telling the truth. And they're both pinning things on 5, but if 5 was false, 5 could be saying that, and 1 is a doppelganger. They were drunk. Okay, but that means what? That means that there is no doppelganger, which means that you gave false information, which means that you are evil. Incredible. Which means nothing. You could still 1, 5, or 7 is evil. Could be true, but again, this baker, without a baker to plague this other baker, but they were affected by an evil, so they could have been the only and original baker, and they just got told to lie, which means 2 would be telling the truth. Poisoner being 2 cards away from closest evil, I think, is the fortune teller. It's not the fortune teller. Okay, well, that's interesting. So it means it would have to be. Let's just see here. Is 6 or 7 evil false? So you're confirmed true teller. So I trust that. 7 just. Okay, it's one of these two. It's either the scout or the witness. It has to be the scout, right? Because they can't be corrupted. And the 2 people who are closest to the poisoner are both already dead. Are both already confirmed good. Okay, great. Witch with shaman and a bah. So you're gonna have to be careful if we're drunk. Probably the most humble person I know. Tell me about it. 7 is good. Okay. Well, we'll be the judge of this information. Is 1 or 2 evil false? And he didn't shut up. So that means that they're not lying, which means, in theory, this is a perfect little triangle of trust here. 2 cards away from a corrupted, which means this person has to be corrupted, assuming they're telling the truth. There is potentially a witch doctor in play. Plague doctor, I meant. If fucking God. Okay. I have to accept the fact that sometimes it likes to double click things. And I don't think it's me. I really don't think it is. 8, 9, and we can't get 6, but they're saying 6 is good. I can. I don't know if I can trust it. There are no outcasts? Well, this is interesting. So they're claiming this person isn't even a real outcast. So they're claiming this is an evil person. Is anyone saying anything about 8? I really wanted to test if they were being poisoned. If this well was being poisoned. I can trust those 3. 6 is good. 6 is not corrupted. But between 4, 5, and 6, saying there's no outcast between them means that either one of these 2 are lying. It could be because they have been poisoned, though. Let's go for the stab on them. There we go. Love to see it. Now we can flip this over. So 6 being good. That was false information. There is no plague doctor, which means you're also just evil. And because the shaman is here, whoever is a double up is telling the truth, which means you guys are true people. So we can start getting some more information. It can't be any of them. Which means it's also not them. Is 4 or 5 evil false? So I meant to click a different person. And they weren't corrupted, so it's gotta be you. Hooray! We're up to number 6. This is doing good. Only 2 bad guys in a village of 7. Oh, there is a drunk. Of course there is. Number 1 is good. Slayer might just try to kill himself, so honestly, I'm not even going to trust it. This is an interesting set of people. The fact that we have... There is a Chancellor, so there has to be an outcast here. And it's not the Rambler, so there's probably a drunk or some other third guy who would have to be doppelganger. So if there's a third, it's either a drunk or a doppelganger. There's 2 confessors. So one of them has to be either a doppelganger or a drunk. Right, because drunk takes a whole different role, right? Yeah, not in play, villager. So if it's 2 confessors, it's either because one of them's a doppelganger and they're both telling the truth, or one of them is a chancellor, or no. Yeah. And then that means that that just has to be the situation, isn't it? And they're saying 6 is the real confessor, which means they're not the doppelganger. Please don't kill yourself. Okay. We have a chance at getting a bad guy for free. It's essentially a 2 in 6 to 1/3 chance that the Slayer does something, assuming the Slayer is good. We have no information about the Slayer. Let's actually, before we try using his ability, let's just test if he is. Slayer or doppelganger. Okay, so this is telling me either that is the doppelganger and that is the confessor, which means you're not a Slayer, which means you're bad. And in order to test that theory, we should attack something that we can kind of confirm is good. Again, if you're lying, both mentioned rolls are fake. I'm pretty sure that's impossible unless you're doppelganger, you're 1 and you're 1. But then doppelganger, then Chancellor wouldn't be seated where he is unless there's also a drunk on the table. Who knows? But again, this thing is telling me current characters, there's only 1 outcast in play. So only 1 outcast, so there's either drunk or a doppelganger. So I'm believing it's doppelganger, which makes me think that these 2 are correct. So if there's a doppelganger in the field, 1 and 3 are good, 6 is the real confessor, 6 could be, I mean, they could attack. Couldn't kill 5, which means you're the confessor, which means you're the doppelganger, which means you're not the Slayer. But because now that you're the Chancellor, so that means that one of you, he's sitting next to a drunk, which means there is no doppelganger. But if there's Slayer or doppelganger, okay, I needed that information to figure that out. So there is a Slayer or a doppelganger there, so it means you're a doppelganger, which means you're the confessor, which means you're both good, which means that you've confirmed some good information. And since you're correct, it's between one of these 2. But now we're in a paradox, basically. Unless you're drunk. 3 has to be drunk, 1 has to be evil. Yep, okay. We got it. Because otherwise they were either both evil or both good. And that couldn't be the case unless one of them was that. Okay, so there we go. So I had to kill the Dreamer. That's just kind of how things work. We have a puppeteer. We have 4, so there is a puppet on the field. 1 card away from a corrupt character, so one of these guys has been corrupted by the Plague Doctor. Assuming the bard is telling the truth, we need to find the Plague Doctor first to even believe that it's happening. Is there a Plague Doctor on the field? We won't know until we kill this witch. I'm just going to try to kill the knight. Knight is confirmed good. Love that. One of these guys is lying. Because there's only 1 chance at a corruption. Unless there's a drunk on the field. Unless there's a drunk on the field. Either way, there's 3 bards and there can only be 1. Unless there's a doppelganger. In which case, a lot is happening here. But I really don't think there is. Well, we already have also 2 architects. And they're both giving us some conflicting information. So one of them is actually evil. One of these architects is actually evil. So I feel safe in just stabbing one of them and hoping that... Because either way, it's the other one. So yeah, this is fine. So the right side... So the left side is more evil. And we already have 1 there. So if we have 2, 3, and 4, that'd be 3 against 2. So there's at least 2 more on this side. There's at least 2 more. And we know it's not the knight. So it could be both of these guys. There's a 3rd chance that I miss, and I don't want to take those chances. But I'd also assume it could be all 3 as well. 4 being a real architect, they've spoken the truth. In order for them to have spoken the truth, that means no one was actually corrupted, which means you're not even real. Which means that you're the puppet. Which means that the last person has to be over here. And no one's corrupted next to him. They were drunk. Okay, that's fine. So they chose someone that wasn't in play. The drunk always chooses someone that was not in play. So this bard is a liar. Whew. Thank you, drunk. The drunk actually kind of helped there. Even though I did have someone. No, God, no. Okay, the drunk is back. I didn't mean it. I didn't actually mean that they were helpful. 2 cards away from closest evil. If they're both to be believed, we attempt to stab the knight. The knight has not been stabbed. You lied. Chancellor. Lovely. So you're good, you're good. Which means you just lied. Okay. So now we're in a situation where one of these two is the puppet. We still haven't found Lilith, and I don't want to stab anybody if I don't gotta. But I think I have to. So we're going to open this. And we're going to flip this. Slayer. Kill the judge. Oh! Huge. Thanks. That was really helpful. Okay, we're up to 9, y'all. We have to play so careful. We have a witch and a ba. There could be a drunk or a doppelganger. Let's be careful. There's only 1 pair of evil. That's true. If there's a wretch, that would be very helpful. 2 evils adjacent. Interesting. The Rambler's here. The Bombardier is here. So that's the... So there's no doppelganger. There is no drunk. There is a witch, though. Between 3, 4, and 7, there is a villager, a minion, and an outcast. So one of you is the actual outcast. One of you is evil. It could just be these two. If it's these two, this person's telling the truth, which means this person's telling the truth. And if I do a quick little, click, 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 3, shut up. I'm silenced if the character who picked me is lying, but they did. What does shut up mean? I don't know if that is lying or not. Like, I genuinely don't know what that means. I think I stab him? No. So what does that fucking mean, to shut up? It doesn't help at all. Okay, we have to be really careful here now. So no more assumptions here. We just have to figure something out here. Lover could be saying 2 evils, it could be lying, and it could be that 3 is evil. Oh, well, I don't know what the fuck this means. This is not helpful at all. If there's only 1 pair of evil, I'm just gonna... Okay, there's the witch. We can flip this last card, thank goodness. Between 3, 4, and 7, which means you're confirmed good, you're confirmed good, you're confirmed evil, you're confirmed good. You were confirmed good. So, oh fuck, we're at a 50-50. Because either you're a liar. Well, no, it's either you're telling the truth and you're evil, or you're telling the truth and you're evil. They both work. They both work. So it's literally a 50-50. We have no possible way of knowing. It's ba. No matter what, it is ba. That's the only helpful thing we know. If there's 2 evils adjacent, you're evil. And no one else's information is startled. If you're true, this person is evil, because that's the only other pair that it could be. And then no other information is startled. So it's literally a 50. On the 9th one, it comes down to a 50-50. I'm going for this. Whew. Okay. That was incredibly dangerous. We're up to the 10th. There's 4 evil. Almost half of our field is full of evil people, and there's a doppelganger or a bombardier. There's only 1. So we have a knight. Nobody can plague you. So you're good. We have another knight. Nobody can plague you. You're the doppelganger and the knight, which is awesome. Confessor is dizzy. Nobody can be messing with you, so you're either a puppet or you're just evil. Yep, there we go. And now Lilith is dead, so we can keep going. Closest evil. They're saying that this person's evil. Also dizzy. We give that a trust. And because they get told the truth, they could be the puppet, but we're going to hold off on that information. Between 7, 8, or 9, there is, no matter what, one of these people is telling the truth. One of these people are telling the truth. Because of the puppeteer. The question is, who is the shaman? Sure, there could be a shaman. So the doppelganger is still in effect here. A 3rd knight, there's the doppelganger. Yep. So we got 3 knights, which is honestly, this is crazy. We got super lucky here. 3 pairs of evil. We have 2 of them down. One of them is here or here. One of them is here or here. The druid will let us know that there's a doppelganger, so that's confirmed good. So they're confirmed. This person's not. This person's confirmed dead. This person's confirmed evil. At this point, I don't think I can die, but I'm not gonna take that. I'm gonna try to deduce this. There are 3 pairs of evil. This could be 1, this could be 2, this could be 3, and this person's telling the truth. This person's saying between 7, 8, and 9 is an outcast, a minion, and a villager. That's the minion, that's the outcast. Assuming that that is the doppelganger, and these are both the shaman fellas, which means this person will be evil. And if that's the case, then it will be 1, 2, only 2. Either way. And then this person straight up told the truth. So either they got lucky and that they're not the puppet. Because if they're not the puppet, then this person is just lying. They're the puppet. So because they're not the puppet, they're lying. And there are 3 pairs of evil. We freaking got it, y'all. And look at Lilith. They look... You know, I'm going to apply it. I think I like the other one better anyway, but you know what? We actually managed to make it happen. I'm flabbergasted. So now we're just going to see how far we can go. What time is it exactly? Almost 1 o'clock. I do have to get going soon. But that's okay. We have the lover saying there's 1 evil adjacent, so... I cured 2... Well, actually, if they are adjacent, then they would be lying. So they're actually... If they're... Okay. So, they weren't corrupt. Oh, because they cured the... Okay, which means it's you. Okay, great. The moment the pressure died off, I've immediately... just going gung-ho. Find and execute 3. Cured 0 corruptions. No one on this field can corrupt, so that is a true statement. So I'm liking that. You're dizzy? Goodbye. You're dizzy, brother. I kill your face. You just attack something. Yo, crazy. Luck of the Irish right there. So now he's to find the wretch, and it's you. There we go. Awesome. That was just really smooth and really simple. Okay. Here we go. 1. Counterclockwise, so we're going this way. They're saying they were a bard, likely story. We have a real bard. 4 cards away from corrupted character. They're saying that 3 is some corrupt information. There's only 1 pair of evil. We can still just flip everything. Let's see if there's a wretch. There is no wretch, which means that this person, assuming they are correct, they're saying that they're next to each other. Both of these guys, one of you is a liar. 6 is not corrupted, which means that they were enlightened, which means that you are actually, you were corrupt, which means you were lying. Fuck, you're a doppelganger. Okay, so you're a doppelganger, so that means you're actually telling the truth. And it means that you're both bards are correct. So you're 2 cards away from a corrupted character. So this is the only corrupted character here, so there is not 1 pair of evil, which means they are separate. Yeah, I was gonna say, I didn't trust that. Did not trust that. Didn't trust it from the get-go, which also means I shouldn't trust number 6, because he couldn't have got there on his own. There we go. Number 14. You have a Chancellor and a Lilith with 9 people, 4 cards away. It means it's one of you 2 is corrupt. 9 is good, is what he's saying. 9 saying 5 is a real fortune teller. 9 is a fortune teller. 6 is a plague doctor. Let's see. Left side being worried. I kind of want to know this. 8 is not corrupted. So either you're lying to me, or good things are happening. There's the bomb burble. So there's the 2 outcasts that are in play. So the Chancellor is either here, 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 or here. We know that now. And we know that Lilith is just somewhere else. Lilith can be anywhere. If this is a real plague doctor, that means that he could be on the... Oh, no, because both of these guys have to be real. Both of these guys have to be real because there's 2 outcasts in play. That's what the little wing is over here. So, he has to be somewhere here. 5 being a real fortune teller. Let's deduce whether... Is 2 or 7 evil true? It could be both of these guys. I'm willing to buy it. Okay, he was corrupted. Which means 9 is not good. Which means there's the Chancellor. So is 2 or 7 evil true? That is still a true statement. We found the one corrupt person, which means that it has to be 2. What? Oh, because they weren't corrupt. They were just evil. Ah, bugger. Alright, well, you know what? Fair play. They were a doppelganger gem crafter. That's fair. If I'd found that, that would have actually been really helpful. Because then I would have known that there were 2. Alright, well, you know what? It's still a really good game. Really good game, y'all. And I think that will be where we end today. This was a lot of fun. I genuinely love this game a lot. We'll see what Saturday holds for us. Tomorrow, though, is probably going to be more of this, if I have anything to say about it. Because I'm hooked. I'm completely hooked. I cannot be stopped. And, yeah. That's all that comes down to. So thank you all for having a lovely time with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Hopefully you'll see me, and my face should recover by then. It's not that bad, but I'm a little yummy little baby.